Mr. Speaker, this debate was never about prolonging war. This debate, if it's about prolonging war and they want to push that burden, it is not our burden. That's the solution that they wanted to give. Then they needed to explain why putting chemical weapons down on the floor will suddenly create a faster solving war. That is something that they didn't prove until the end of the debate. This debate is about the function of military courts and how it affects the military. Whether it makes the military an entity that is most just. There is no relevance of discussing whether this creates a winning military, because we're not talking about a winning military. We're talking about a war in which it's not about survivability, a war in which every state already has the sovereignty to live. We're talking about how to spread justice and how best to spread justice. And we say that is with a just military, not a winning and swift military, ladies and gentlemen. But notice that the speeches coming before, other than pushing burdens that are unfair, also put arguments that are unfair. Notice that Sandy proposed an argument talking about how commanders won't use chemical weapons, an argument that was not spoken out by the first or second speaker at all, ladies and gentlemen. But this is an argument that shouldn't be counted. But even if this is the case, their burden is to defend how Bashar al-Assad last week dropped that bomb. Our characterization that leaders want to win means that people will actually use chemical weapons in times of war, ladies and gentlemen. But moreover, if they want to say that commanders will be challenged by courts, they also need to defend the atrocities that are done in the status quo, because they haven't done that, ladies and gentlemen. They cannot win simply on claiming those arguments, right? So let's evaluate this debate into 4 clashes. Firstly, whether soldiers have agency. All of their reasons talk about nationalism, honor, and employment. And what they say is these people do not have self-interest. Nationalism, honor, and employment leads to lavish living, which is self-interest, ladies and gentlemen, if you do not want to stop doing those atrocities. At the end of the day, all of these reasons are reasons of self-interest over human dignity, which means that you're actually doing a crime. We provided to you 2 reasons why soldiers have agency. First, they have because they're the ones who actually fires those bullets, ladies and gentlemen. But secondly, Jessica already added an extra reasoning, because these people are already trained and they wouldn't panic in times of war. Therefore, their characterizations of these people panicking and shooting for survival, they have no place in this debate, ladies and gentlemen. We're not talking about shooting for survival. At their best case scenario, let's take them at their base. At their best, they want to say that it is okay for these people to shoot for survival. At their best, they're not rejecting the idea, if these people are not shooting for survival, that they're actually still guilty, ladies and gentlemen. We win that clash. Second clash, whether current check and balance system is still enough. They say that it is not, because the chain of command is still rigid. This is not an argument. This is only a description, ladies and gentlemen. The solution only comes from our side of the house, when we say that we actually provide rationality to the people who actually makes the decision at the end of the day. That clash is won by our side. But thirdly, which type of war are we currently experiencing? They never rebutted us on this. Therefore, it is valid to say that the war that they're discussing is also the modernized war that have no interest in sovereignty at all. Their side of the house is already very weak. Let's put the nail in the coffin. Whether soldiers will actually report. This is our only argument is saying that there's no immunity, therefore they won't report. But the second speaker of government side already gave you an argument, one whole argument, ladies and gentlemen, on why immunity is the reason these people will not report, due to the fact that these people are afraid of the law and logical reasoning of their superiors that have higher legal ground, never rebutted by opposition team. Proposition team and the team of Yellow Jackets should win this debate.